Hello, everyone out there, and thank you for stopping by. Do you know what happened yesterday? Well, yesterday was the end of 2025, of course, but it was the end of something else, too. It was the end of MTV. MTV ceased operations after 44 years broadcasting. 44 years. That's longer than some of you have been alive. Not longer than I've been alive, though, as I'll get into in just a moment. And it is kind of a shame. On one hand, MTV has not been what it originally was for many years because of changing economics in the music industry. But still, there was kind of a hope that it might have come back. But that's obviously not going to happen now. Well, anyway, MTV, I got interested. I discovered it back in 1982, about a year after it started. It started up in 1981 when my parents got it as part of a cable package. I was 14 years old in 1982 and just starting high school and really into music. And I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Now, keep in mind, this was before social media or the internet, smartphones, all of that kind of stuff. And it was great because you could sit down and you could just watch music videos for hours on end. And a lot of us did that back then. And it was a place where it was a venue where you could discover new music. A lot of the bands that I still listen to today, I got to admit, I'm now 57 years old. I don't discover a lot of new music, but I still like the old stuff. And a lot of the bands that I discovered back then, I discovered through MTV. Like, for example, Def Leppard. They were a band that was basically made by MTV. That I back in about, I think it was 1983 when their breakout Pyromania album came out. And they just took off because of three or four videos that they did that got a lot of airplay on MTV. Which brings us to the next point of what MTV really was from a marketing perspective. It was a genius content marketing mechanism for the record companies, because what they would do is they would play these videos on MTV, and millions of teenagers out there in the suburbs, kids like me, would see these videos and say, "Oh, okay, we got to go out and get the album." And I did this many times, and you multiply that by millions of teenagers, and it kept the music industry going for a long time until the basic structure and the economics change. That's a whole other conversation. But anyway, now it's gone. But it was really cool back when it lasted. And if you were around then, I think you have a better appreciation for just how neat it was, because there weren't as many distractions and entertainment options available then as there are now. Anyway, on the subject of the 1980s, I want to tell you about my most recent novel, No Sure Thing. It is a coming of age novel set in 1988. And think of it as a 80s coming of age teen movie in novel form. I had a lot of fun writing it. I think you'll enjoy it, particularly if if you're like me, you're getting a little older and you're feeling a lot of that 80s nostalgia. It's also got some great action in it as well. You can read it in Kindle Unlimited anyway. Check it out via the link below. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you again soon.